Find out why some states didn't use data to influence their decision to end federal extended enhanced unemployment benefits early. Yes, that means they're in hot water. Which colleges offer the most pay and employment situations for graduates across the United States? Who's the winner there? And the great news of one state fighting to provide unemployment benefits for a left-out group of Americans. A stunning report from the St. Louis Post-Dispatch outlined some incredible news that, conversations are not actually, using data. Yep, they didn't use data. And this led to the great state of Missouri's decision to cut off federal extended enhanced unemployment benefits early. Well, the report shows that Missouri's governor, Mike Parson, made the decision to cut pandemic unemployment benefits in May after having conversations with aides and business owners across the state, but not using the data. They found, quote, Parson received little in the way of written briefings and hard data from labor experts in his own administration in the run-up to the controversial decision. Hopefully, the state can see this information and offer these federal extended enhanced unemployment benefits once again to claim still, if you're in need of this fiscal jobless support from the show me state, well, show me is what they need to do at this point. Meanwhile, which they didn't show the governor the report they needed to, so because he was listening to the people who were claiming they were being hurt. Meanwhile, with four-year college degrees putting a financial burden on students across America because they take out loans to be able to get these degrees, some schools offer better employment opportunities and higher paid salaries after graduation for those entering the workforce. Robert Frank, editor-in-chief of the Princeton Review, states, quote, "What is going to be the return on your investment? It is the question that students and other parents are asking more now, certainly over the last year and a half, especially when people are commuting remotely into school. Looking at the schools with the most value, cost, tuition, and room and board, as well as financial aid, academic offerings, career placement services, graduating rates, alumni salaries, and overall student debt. Here are the top schools in America with the best return on investment, where you can spend your best. For public schools, first is the University of California, Berkeley, where I spend a lot of time, followed by the University of Virginia, Georgia Institute of Technology, University of California, San Diego, beautiful weather, oceans, and the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. For private universities, first is obviously Princeton University, followed by Massachusetts Institute of Technology, MIT, Stanford University, of course, California Institute of Technology, and Harvey Mudd College. One name you don't see there, right? Harvard. Where does your school rank in terms of return on investment, employment, and wages after graduation? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to know what college you went to, or maybe you didn't go, which one you'd want to go to, and if it was the one you wanted to go to, would have paid off. Finally, in the great state of Tennessee, a state representative is looking to offer unemployment benefits for those who quit or were fired over their company's vaccine mandate. GOP State Representative Rusty Grill introduced this piece of legislation earlier this week, aiming to ensure that a vaccine doesn't stand in the way of the benefits for those who otherwise would be eligible. The bill also says these workers should be entitled to the same amount in unemployment benefits as typical in the UI claims. As of right now, the current law states, quote, if you accept a job offered at a company with an already established vaccine mandate and later refuse to get vaccinated, you would not qualify for benefits, end quote. As you all know, we hate both parties on this channel because they both suck, just in different ways. All we care about is how most amount of people get the vital unemployment benefits during the times of needs or whatever is needed to help them get a leg up. Also, you got to think about when you joined whatever company you joined, when you actually joined and you agreed to the terms of that employment and you saw their guides, I bet you a vaccine mandate wasn't in it. And now it is, and now you're fired. Just like the Washington football coach for not getting a vaccine. Fired. I'm sure that wasn't in his contract when he was employed there or started. Doesn't this bring up a case of wrongful termination, possibly? If you still haven't applied for your unemployment assistance, do yourself a favor, apply today. In most states, there is time to claim your state unemployment benefits and visit your UI website, upload your employment history, your ID, just fill out the application as genuinely as possible. The state benefits are still there. Just be truthful and honest. They'll provide the necessary questions. You answer them, you'll receive a check for unemployment for thousands of dollars if you're owed back unemployment. The window is currently closed for the PUA. We're hoping that gets opened real soon if you missed out on getting that because you didn't hear about it. At this point, though, the PUA remains closed. But I remain hopeful that the lawmakers can provide new stimulus support through unemployment to those gig workers, self-employed, independent contractors, 1099s, people with side hustle, volunteers. Keep sharing your experience with the UI and unemployment benefits in your state. I'd love to hear your comments about what you think. If the guide was there when you got there and there was no vaccine mandate in there and you didn't get vaccinated and then they put it in there and then fire you, do you think that's just cause? I'd love to know in your comments what your thoughts